Hello, everybody. This is Dolly from the Luz and Dolly show. Thank you so much for joining us. And I am here sitting with this handsome man, Hussain Ahmed. Thank you so much. Hussain is actually the CEO of No Borders Productions. And I am just so honored and excited to have you as part of our show. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, really.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, you know what? I have been looking so forward to sitting with you and to talking to you. One of the things that really have moved me is obviously the amount of films that you have produced in, so rapidly, so in such a, what seems to be in such a short period of time. And I know that you have such a passion for it, but I would like to know, what kind of work did you actually do before you started film producing?
You
can tell us. We won't tell anyone.
I've worked when I was in high school. Worked here and there, but an actual job I have never had that, because I always starting after high school. I did a lot of stage play.
Oh, okay.
I wrote almost 14 plays all over for universities, and so I began that way. In theater and in drama and writing and directing, producing, and then that escalated into short movies.
Wow, that to me is actually quite impressive. Now, let me ask you this: are you single?
That's right. Yeah, I am.
Yes, he's single, because I'm sure the ladies want to know. He is single, ladies. He is single. Well, one of the things that I really have noticed about you is the films that you actually have produced. They always have a message. They're just, it's not just about having a movie, it's about having a message. But in addition to that, and I find it very moving, is the poetry that you're constantly posting on Facebook, because I have read some of this amazing poetry, and it's so deep, sometimes so sad, sometimes so moving. Why? What's going on inside of Hussain's mind?
I think it's important to always, as a writer, to not only have feelings of your own. You should always write on also different perspectives. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So for me, sometimes, like, if I write a poem, it doesn't have to be always from my point of view.
Okay.
I mostly sometimes write on others' point of view. So a lot of people don't understand that part. They think it's always like from only within my heart I'm sharing, but sometimes I write it for the voiceless, for those that can't.
For the voiceless. I absolutely love that. I know we just gifted you this book.
Oh my God, that's right.
But my tagline on my chapter is actually, your voice needs to be heard.
Really?
Yes.
And I have a poem called Voice of the Voiceless.
Voice of the Voiceless.
Yeah,
Oh, I have to read that one. You have to send that one to me.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I really will.
Yeah, no, I will. See, I knew we had great minds think alike.
That's right.
Absolutely.
This whole connection is happening.
Of course. No, you know what? I'm really curious. One of the things that you mentioned earlier to me was creating a movie is easy.
All right.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
I think what I really meant was, creating a movie is easy. It's afterwards how you portray it is the hard part.
Okay.
Anyone can get a camera and go shoot scenes here and there, but are you truly doing that for just reason of fun, or are you doing that for a reason? You know what I mean? Like, for us as a production, me and my wonderful team, we always choose a story that not only us as filmmakers to shoot, but to be proud of it and to show it all over and have impact on certain people who are not thinking the same way we're thinking.
Okay.
So I think the answer to your question was of what I meant when I said it was easy. It was easy to shoot, but how you showcase it is the hard part.
Well, I think that's really important, and then it's actually quite critical. I know that I'm a bit of a critic when it comes to films, and I have seen some of the most amazing trailers on your films. I have to admit, I have not seen a full film, but one of them that really stood out to me was also A Man to Remember.
Oh.
I really like that one, because in this particular film, if I recall correctly, here is someone hurt your son or took your son.
Absolutely.
Took your son, and here you are out to get them. You are like, you just messed with the wrong guy.
Right.
You just,
Well, it's a man who have lost his son a long time ago. Now he's a bodyguard for this family who have a small son. So he has a really deep connection with this kid, and the kid gets kidnapped, and now he's gone. He will go through anything to find out what happened.
Oh, I love
So
that.
he does not stop. It's a really good action-packed.
Oh, I
story.
saw it. I saw the shooting, the running, the hiding behind the cars. I thought that was actually quite exciting. I'm like, I just want to see the whole film.
I know, right?
So let me ask you, was that a short film or full featured film?
No, it's a full feature film.
Full featured film. And now you're constantly doing, films. How many films have you done this year already?
4.
4. And it's my understanding you have 3 more to go by the end of the year.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And how about 2017? How many more do you have?
Well, we have like 8 films lined up.
8 films lined up. I tell you, this man is amazing. He is an absolute genius. I really, truly respect you. I love how your mind thinks, the creativity that you bring, to a film. I mean, it's beautiful. It's powerful.
Thank you.
It's powerful. And how, you said you got started in high school. You did not get any formal education to actually film producing. Now, but the writing, do you actually do the writing for the film itself?
Yes, all of them. It's been my scripts, my writings.
Wow. Okay. See, I knew you were the director, the CEO of it. I didn't realize you were actually the writer behind
Yeah.
everything as well.
Yeah, for everything that we have done so far has always been, my scripts of my own writings and, all that.
So what was the first film you made?
The first short film?
Regardless, short or full feature?
Yeah, it was a film called Endanger's Mind. And it was really unique because it was about 2 detectives who are in this country, but they're Arabs.
Ah, okay.
And one who grew up here, he has a beautiful perspective of the whole American dream and all that. And the other one came here when he was a late teenager, and he was a racial profile victim.
Oh,
So he grew up with a lot of hate in his heart, and he became a detective too. So you have the good guy, the bad guy clash. It was really touchy.
See, I gotta watch that one.
Yeah, you do.
I have to watch that one. I'm gonna be Hussain Ahmed. List. It's gonna be. I'm gonna be a Saturday night just watching all your films.
That's right.
Because I think it's brilliant, and just get a big bucket of popcorn and.
And a lot of tissues.
Yes, and a lot of tissues. Oh my goodness! No, I think you're amazing. I think
Thank
it's
you.
so awesome that you have been able to create so much. So let me ask you this. I did see in social media on Facebook that you were looking for additional people for Wolf at the Door. Have you been able to meet your quota? Because I believe my crew is available.
That's right. Hey, that's good. I think I kind of regret it when I put it on Facebook, because we got over 1,000 messages.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, rushed out of the door, really.
Yeah, I saw that immediately. People were
Yeah,
private
guys,
messaging
yeah,
you and.
we got so much.
Wow.
So it's I was joking about the
Of course.
writing part, but it's beautiful because I was not honestly looking forward to all that, but I got so many. We got swamped.
But that's a good problem.
It's a beautiful.
That's a good problem.
It
Now,
is.
do you normally look for professional actors that are already well known in the industry, or do you look for people that are more local, maybe have not been discovered yet?
No. I think our mission has always been giving people a break. It's
Okay.
really hard for an actor to come and be a part of a film if he hasn't done 50 movies. So how
Right.
can you give this guy a break when someone walks into the door and they're so talented, but they can't give you a resume? You can't tell them to go away. So we have our mission has always been discovering new talent.
Okay, so with that in mind, you're discovering new talent. How is it that you live in California and you have people throughout the United States that are sending you messages, I want to be part of your movie? How do you screen them? Do you have them send you videos? Of,
We have
some sort of tryout?
of course, there's a tryout, absolutely. But it's for me, first and foremost, the most important thing is the look to see if it fits our character. Once we choose as a team, hey, listen, these 3 are really, really well.
Mhm.
Then we go out and just talk to these three instead of talking to like 1,000 people.
Okay.
Because you know, usually when you do that, it just becomes impossible to go.
Well, it makes it difficult, and you usually do things, one film after the other. So you're moving fast. You're not, you really don't have time to go through 1,000
Absolutely.
interviews and tryouts so that you can actually do this. This is pretty awesome. Now let me ask you this: what about budget? How do you come up with the funding to do one film after the other?
I don't know if we can talk about budget.
Okay.
But we can. We've been really blessed.
Okay.
We've been blessed with having a beautiful team and wonderful people around us. And I think when you do something right, then it opens more door and more people come back always to invest in you. If obviously you're doing the right thing.
Yes.
So I really feel like me and my team, we have done that in a really right way. That's why we're able to shoot 6-7 movies a year, which is tough, but we are able to do that again because we have a lot of people's trust, faith, and love.
That's beautiful. Well, I think that you just said it perfectly. You just summarized it perfectly. I tell you, I am so grateful. Thank you so very much for taking the time to join me today for this, featured interview. I am so grateful to you. You are a blessing. You're a beautiful man. You have really spoken for those that have not been able to speak for themselves. So I am grateful, and I'm sure they are too. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
Does it ever get any easier to witness death? Do we become immune to it somehow? Because I have seen death and suffering more than anything else. Dear Mom, sorry I haven't written you sooner. Life is so difficult out here. Every day is a struggle.
The Arabs have women and old men, and they haven't done nothing to us. We kill him now, okay?
But the struggle is what gives us strength. Dear Lord, the way to Chinara is really hard. But please, watch over my family.